Hello. Welcome to another video, guys. Today I just got two things for you. Number one, it is race week again. That's right. The second race of the year is coming up. That is Mason Lake number 1, and it is on Saturday. So we're gonna go over the race, we're gonna go over the course, study the finish line a little bit, talk about my goals, how I'm feeling, all of that stuff. So that'll be the first part of the video. And then the second part is the workout that we have scheduled today. It's the last workout that I'm doing prior to the race. It is Wednesday, so we are 3 days out. Should give me enough time to recover and hopefully let some of those gains sink in a little bit. But it is gonna be a VO2 max workout. So I'm gonna talk through that a little bit, explain what a VO2 max workout is, what even is VO2 max. And you will definitely see me suffering today. The legs are feeling heavy and this workout is brutal. So yeah, stick around and hope you guys enjoy the video today.
All right, so Mason Lake 1 and 2. This is a race that takes place somewhere in Washington, and there's two of them. They are 1 week apart. The first one is on this Saturday, 22nd of March, and then the second one is just a week later, Saturday, 29th, on the exact same course. So they just run them back to back, same course. So we are racing category 3. That means we are doing 5 laps, about 60 miles, and we're racing at 2:05 p.m., so kind of late in the day. All right, so looking at the course, we get to go around this little lake, and we are doing 5 laps of this 11.6 mile course. And compared to Tour de Dung, which we did a couple weeks ago, it is a little bit punchier. There's some small hills to go over as we go around. I have a feeling it'll be harder than last race because we have such a smaller group. There's only 13 people signed up right now. That'll probably go up to around 20 people, but it isn't going to be as big of a group as in Tour de Dung. And that usually means that there's less draft, less of a peloton. It might encourage people to attack more. So I think a breakaway might actually happen. And overall, I think it's just going to be a harder race because of the terrain as well. So I am just going to try my best to keep it steady, stay with the group, draft as much as possible, and then we will just be going for the sprint once again. So let's take a look at this sprint just so I'm not caught off guard like in Squim. We have this really sharp downhill, which is super sketchy. And I think even before this downhill, we're going to want to be in a good position. So I think right around here on this little uphill kicker, I'm going to try to position myself well. I'm going to try to pass some people, see where I'm at, because you're not going to overtake anyone going down this downhill. It'll be better to be in a good position. And then here we're at 1K to go. And it's a nice straight road. So here we don't have to worry about any kind of turns or thinking about what side of the road to be on. And yeah, we'll just go all out and see what happens. So last year, unfortunately, there was a massive pileup, and I'll play the video here, courtesy of Robin Lee, who went down, but thankfully he was okay. And in this video, I was actually right behind the crash, and luckily I did not go down by some miracle. I saw it unfold right in front of me. Honestly, it was pretty terrifying. It was just my second race of the year last year. As you can see, it was carnage. Robin, in his video here, also he mentions that it was like a World War II scene. And honestly, I pretty much had the same thought. It was just carnage. You could hear people screaming, hear bikes breaking, things hitting the deck. And as I was rolling through the carnage, because luckily I was right behind it, you could see helmets, glasses, bike computers, bikes just strewn across the road. And I was genuinely shocked. I was like, holy shit, I could have been involved in that. And not gonna lie, it was a pretty bad crash. One guy broke his collarbone. I know a couple of my teammates had their bikes got broken, and that was a whole thing. It can honestly just be such a setback for your entire season to go through something like this so early on in the season. But yeah, as you can see from the video, the weather was pretty shitty. It was drizzling. People are nervous. It's one of the first races of the year, so there's all kind of sketchiness going on. So I'm really hoping that this year we are in category 3 instead of 4. People hopefully have a little bit of better idea of what they're doing. People are riding a little bit safer. But actually, where the crash happened, I believe, is around 1K to go. So I think it's actually right here. You get this super steep descent, as you can see. It goes down to like negative 6.8% almost, probably at the steepest. So people are flying down, and on top of that, it kind of curves a little bit while you kind of, yeah, I vaguely remember you fly down, and then there's a turn here. It turns right and then left. And that's right before the finish line. So yeah, honestly, not the safest course, but that's where the crash happened last year. I'm going to be careful this year. I really just don't want to go down with my new bike or so early on in the season.
So what even is VO2 max? VO2 max, like in everything in cycling, it kind of means different things. So literally, VO2 max is the volume of oxygen that your body is able to consume during exercise. So V stands for volume, O2 stands for oxygen. So you can actually go measure it in a lab. And if you're a super well-trained athlete, it might be around 70 milliliters of oxygen. And it's measured in milliliters of oxygen per kilogram of body weight per minute. So it's kind of confusing, but you get this number. And essentially, it just means how much oxygen can your body consume. And the more oxygen you can consume during intense exercise, the better it is for that exercise. But typically in the context of training, when people say a VO2 max workout or just VO2 max, they are referring to the power zone that will likely train that measurement. So a typical model like the one that Strava uses has 7 zones, and VO2 max is zone number 5, and it's right above threshold, which is zone number 4. And if you're familiar with training, you should be familiar with FTP and threshold. That's a whole topic. But so VO2 max is above that, and I believe roughly it is going to be 105 to 120% of your threshold. And typically it is trained by doing 2 to 8 minute intervals, anywhere in that range, usually 2 to 5 minute intervals. And they are intense intervals. They are hard intervals. You're going to be suffering. And the workout that I'm doing today is a very straightforward workout. Not easy, but straightforward. I really like when workouts are straightforward. And it's just going to be 9 2-minute intervals with a good amount of rest in between. But the intervals are going to be at 110% of my threshold. So in my case, that is around 286 watts. And we're doing 9 of them over the course of 90 minutes. And I am really dreading it. My legs feel heavy. I actually just was cramping yesterday, just sitting on the couch, just trying to stretch my legs. I kind of pulled my glute and tried to do a glute stretch, and my inner thigh just was cramping. Yeah, I'm dreading this workout. It's gonna be painful. We're gonna suffer. Last time I did this couple days ago, I marked it an 8 out of 10 on the RPE scale very hard, very hard, maybe even 8.5, honestly. And today's is even harder because we are progressing, doing that progressive overload. So I think last week's were maybe 106% of threshold. This week they are 110%. So harder intervals. It is gonna be a slog, but we're gonna get it done. We got this, let's go, come on. I will see you guys on the trainer. All right, we are on the trainer, just warming up. Today we have 140 grams of carbs. I got 100 grams in this bottle, and then we got a fig bar, which is about 40 grams. So about 560 calories. It's only a 90-minute ride, but I like to stay very well topped up, especially during hard workouts like today. Honestly, even just the placebo effect, I think, is important, and also might make the last couple of intervals ever so slightly easier. But honestly, I think it will just help your body start recovering as quickly as possible if you stay topped up on your carbohydrates. We are doing the workout on erg mode, which means we don't have to worry about shifting gears. The smart trainer will do that for us. It's like a treadmill where it just gets harder or easier. So whenever we hit those intervals, it's just gonna get harder. All right, warm-up's done. Pretty spicy warm-up. About 5 minutes low zone 2, 5 minutes upper zone 2, and then 3 minutes at threshold. Heart rate's pretty high today. Went up to 185 beats per minute just doing threshold, but feeling all right. Your heart rate tends to be higher when you're fresh, and past couple of days haven't been too hard. And I slept really well last night, slept a lot. Slept in this morning, so I think we're feeling pretty good. All right, here we go, number 1, let's go. Not too bad. Heart rate already crashed 190. I think it peaked out at 194, holy shit. But the RPE isn't too bad. Feeling all right. I think we'll get through it. All good. We just finished number 5, which means we are over halfway done. And honestly, feeling pretty good. It's not as painful as I expected it to be. I'm quite surprised. And that just goes to show that no matter how well you think you know your body, even after years of training, sometimes you just get surprised. I was not feeling good yesterday, this morning. The legs were feeling very heavy, but the data was telling me that I was okay. Intervals was telling me that my form was 8. Anything in the positive range means that you're somewhat fresh. And that turned out to be true. So we got 4 more. Let's get this done and I'll see you guys after the last one. Last one, number 9, here we go. Not bad at all. Yeah. Legs are feeling pretty fresh, honestly. I'm really excited to race on Saturday. Tomorrow, full rest, off the bike, on the couch. Friday, some openers, easy openers. And Saturday, we race, baby. That is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and comment, and I will see you guys in the next one, which will be a recap of Mason Lake number 1. Let's go.